Here's a cool question that has everything to do with pressure. It says, why isn't this man's chest crushed from the force of a sledgehammer? Well, let's take a look here. He has a sledgehammer. By itself, we know it would do terrible damage. But he swings the sledgehammer, ends up hitting a cinder block with it, which breaks apart, but there's a big plywood board that's there, and that takes that pressure and ends up spreading it out all the way across the entire board. So all the energy from that sledgehammer is not concentrated in one spot. The man's also lying on a bed of nails. He's not lying on one nail, but he's lying on a whole bed of nails, and all the nails are close together. So again, the pressure is spread out and not concentrated on one spot. So this is why the man is not actually crushed or damaged at all from this particular incident. But I want you to think about this. Looking at this next slide. In this next slide, it says, what is wrong with wearing shoes like this? You see these shoes are very sharp like that. They're like the stiletto heels. I know some of the pressure gets distributed here when they're walking on a soft floor, but let's imagine just the pressure from right here. And I want you to think about this also. A company called Curriculum Associates published a question a few years back in one of their study guides for state tests where it actually shows the prints of a person standing on their toes or a person standing flat on the floor. And the question wants to know, well, what's happening here? In which case, this person right here or this one right here, which person is going to have more force concentrated in one spot? Well, we know automatically it's going to be this person for the same reason that you wouldn't want this person with stiletto shoes walking on your house with a soft floor. The reason being those stiletto shoes can end up damaging the floor, and that would be a real problem. In the case of these shoes here, where you're sitting flat or you're standing with your feet flat on the ground, the energy or the force from your shoes is spread out over a larger area. Just like the man in the prior slide. He's not lying on one nail, which is like this. It would be like lying on several nails. Or there wouldn't be stiletto shoes anymore because now the energy, or more like the pressure, is spread out over a much larger area. Then again, doing much less damage. So why wouldn't you wear shoes like this on a floor like this? The main reason is going to be because it'll end up doing damage to the floor because there's a lot of force concentrated in a small area. So the next time you're lying on a bed of nails, make sure there are lots of nails there. But don't try this at home.